When you have two variables to put on a chart, like spend versus revenue, this is how you do it in Excel with a quadrant chart. You need to fill in the vertical and horizontal, and those are based on the lows and highs of your max values in each column. So let's select our data and insert this chart. Then let's uncheck grid lines and add axis titles. These need to match what is existing, so let's go up to the formula bar and link to our existing titles for each one of these. Next, let's double click on the lower axis, and we want to adjust this minimum up so that this turns into more of a quadrant versus a typical chart. So those are going to be based on your values you have. Now we don't have it starting over as far. Now let's right click on these to format. We added our data labels. And now let's go over here. There's a little arrow that you can't see, and we need to hit values from cells, and we want to select all of our ad spend names or our vendor names. Hit OK, and then uncheck the Y value. Now instead of numbers, we have our actual vendors. Next, I'm going to double click here in the center and change that solid border to 1.5. We'd like that to be a little bit thicker. And then let's go up to data and select our data source, and let's add. Now in that middle section, that's going to be our x-axis under vertical, and then we need the y, and then let's add another one. And same thing here, we need to just select these and make sure you're aligning with that middle section X and the bottom section Y. Now you see the 4 orange dots. Let's go over to the Y-axis and change these values. This is turning into more of an even square, a rectangle. And then let's change the fill here to a solid line and the fill on this one to a solid line. And now you've got your quadrants. Play around with the formatting to make it look even nicer, or get the template in the workbook.